So I hear there's a little interesting backstory to Action Wipes that might be a little personal.
Action wipes aren't called action wipes for nothing. Action wipes actually got started as an intimacy towelette. They were meant for those moments when you didn't want to rush out of that intimate, closeness that you have with your partner to go get the wet washcloth, or for him to throw you the dirty t-shirt, or grab whatever you could. I created Action Wipes originally as a product called Tela d'Amore, which translates to love towel. And it purposely created this was for my personal use because I didn't want to have to lay on the wet spot. I didn't want to have to use a dirty t-shirt. I wanted something that I could just reach over, grab, and clean up with. So I created Tela d'Amore, which was part of a bigger collection. And what happened was that folks started taking these to other places outside of the bedroom, and we were finding them in tents, we were finding them at Burning Man, we were finding them on the trail. And so folks started asking us, can't you change the name? We want to take this out of the bedroom and into to the campground and not be embarrassed about it. And so actually the burners from Burning Man were, our biggest proponents. They were loving it because the formulation was gentle but strong enough to remove all the alkaline and acidity from the sand from the playa, which is, if you don't clean that off at the end of the day, it literally eats through your skin. So when the economy tanked and these weren't doing so well, I was left with all this inventory, and I thought, what am I going to do? So I literally started printing labels. I came up with a new name. I started calling them Action Wipes, so it's kind of, they still kind of apply. And started printing the labels on my inkjet, and I thought, oh my gosh, I wasn't sure if it was going to work, but people loved them. The product, sold itself, and regardless of what kind of label was on there, they loved it and they were buying it. So eventually over time it kind of evolved. This was our second generation, in that I created a new label and I simply taped it over the old one. This is what we did. And then to this day we've kind of gone back to the multi-pack, which is what people really love. We have our individuals still, but the multi-pack. And so you got the new design. It's more outdoor friendly. You can take it wherever you go. You can take it to the beach. You can take it to the clubhouse and play a game of tennis and not be embarrassed about it. But it's still original. It's the original formulation. It's the original wipe. Everything about it that people love is still in this package. It's just got a different name.